Here we are at East Bethel Garden in Minnesota, Plymouth. Plymouth is the town name, Minnesota's the state name, and Slapshot Premier League is the league's name. Thank you for tuning into the SPL Network. My name is Darth, joined alongside Blades here for this broadcast. We're in for a tight one. The Pittsburgh Vipers taking themselves a little bit of a notch in the belt to pick up and put down in this matchup here tonight. Plymouth Plague going to have their work cut out for them. The defending champions against this season's biggest contender in the Pro Division. Going to be taking place here in a few moments on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get down to the rosters, get down to the nitty-gritty, and see how it's going. Yeah. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So we double booked this game. Me and Blaze are casting it. I think we have two streams going on at the same time, so we'll hopefully buffer it out. I don't know how to balance audio in this kind of environment, so we're gonna figure it out as we go along. Pittsburgh Vipers, stacked roster as always, looking to win games, looking to win in a big way. Eli, Milk, Yager, Crooks, and Josiah on the ballot here tonight. Not sure who's lining up, who's putting it up, who's picking it down. Those words probably were in the correct order. Looks like it's going to be Josiah, Milk, and Crooks in the lineup tonight for the Pittsburgh Vipers. Eli, probably taking a nap. He's got work in the morning. He works very early morning, so I don't blame him at all for taking an early nap here tonight. But for the Plymouth Plague, Kyler, Raminator, Hex, and Panarin. Very diverse cast to pick from here tonight. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Panarin taking his talent away from the Ocean City Typhoons into a purple jersey for the first time, I think, ever. He's only been on a handful of teams, the Colorado Cobras, the Columbus Clappers, as everybody knows him notoriously for, and now for the Plymouth Plague. Last season, he played for the Typhoons with T, Ridge, Bangled, and Sheffield J-Man Boy, if I'm not mistaken. And it went all right. It didn't go fabulously. It didn't go poorly at the same time. You can't knock it until you try it, or something along the lines of that. But Kyler, once again, captaining the Plymouth Plague. T, for the first time, was playing against his team. That happened on Sunday night, if you want to go back and look at that one. T founded the Plymouth Plague after the Columbus Clappers handed it off to him back in, I believe it was Season 3. After Season 2, early playoff exit for the Columbus Clappers, Panarin decided enough is enough. The horse is dead. Let's move on with our lives. After a dominating streak of, what was it, six championships in a row? 7 championships in a row. Clappers did a lot in very little time to do it. Won every slap, won league championship that there was for the major sport that was it back in the day. And yeah, went all the way till Rebound Season 1, which is the current era. And, won their last championship as a squad, moved on into Season 2, a little bit less. Miami Vice were able to decrown the Clappers in that scenario. And really put him down, picked him up, and I think Blades picked up his microphone. And we're about to.
Do you feel all right?
I don't know. We're about 2 minutes away from the drop of the puck here tonight, and boys are feeling pretty all right. Taking a look at the last 5 these two teams have played together. Yeah, Plymouth Plague 3 games won. Pittsburgh Vipers 2 games won. We'll see how they lean with the Rockwood here tonight. 2 similar matchups on the board for these two teams. Colorado Cobras 9-4 loss against the Pittsburgh Vipers and a 13-5 victory over the Colorado Cobras. So Colorado, the only common denominator right now between these two teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Slapshot Premier League. My name is Blaze, and I will be your host tonight, but I am actually joined by a special guest. I have Darth here.
Hello.
And Darth is actually going to introduce our rosters for tonight. Darth, take it away.
All right, well, it's a stacked roster as always for the Pittsburgh Vipers. Eli, Milk, Yager, Crooks, and Josiah all rostered for this season, but only 3 of them will be able to play on the ice at a time, as is suit. Don't know if it's your first time listening to the Slapshot Premier League, but it's 3-on-3 Slapshot. I believe the word on the grapevine right now is warming up is Crooks, Josiah, and Milk. No Eli in the lobby, no Yager in the lobby. So that's some offensive talent they will not be able to utilize here tonight. One more than the other. I'm not going to name names, but Eli might be the lackluster of the two. Either way, Pittsburgh Vipers, 2 wins, no losses on the season with this roster, so they're feeling good. They want to make it 3-0, and we'll see if they can do that here tonight. Plymouth Plague on the flip side of that coin. Kyler once again captaining the boys for another season, trying to make it a four-time. What is it, quad-peat? Or is it just
quad
a dynasty?
I don't know. I was honestly trying to think of what that term would be. Quad-peat doesn't sound good. We're going to have to come up with something better than that.
We're just going to call it a dynasty. But isn't that 5?
I think dynasty would probably be 5. That's probably makes sense. Quad P. There's something there.
All right, they're looking to go back to back this season.
I like that. Easy.
Kyler, Kylar, Rominator, 3 players returning for the Plymouth Plague from last season. Hex coming away from what is his former roster across the ice here tonight. Pittsburgh Vipers rebranding from the Hershey Squirts to the Pittsburgh Vipers. Hex leaving that roster wearing purple tonight. It's going to be weird for him. Alongside Panarin, new team, new face. Kind of, him and Kyler have been around for a hot second together. I don't know if they've ever played together, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. But what I will comment on is at least Hex from the last game, playing with Kyler and Kylar. There were a lot of great dangles out there on the ice. Hex buried a couple really nice ones. Kyler and Kyler were able to dish it well. So the chemistry is already there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Panarin, Rominator, I'm going to expect them to kind of just be the 4 and the 5 here for them this season.
Say the last matchups these two teams have during week number 1, not a lot of bad things to talk about. The Pittsburgh Vipers beating the Colorado Cobras, a common denominator between these two teams. Vipers won it 9-4. Plague won it 13-5. So Plymouth Plague, going to be a lot of shooting, going to be a lot of scoring. We're going to see if Krooks can shut them down. One of the notorious 3s that we have in the Slapshot Premier League. I hope we don't see too many long-distance shots tonight. But, again,
I'm thinking we'll be good. I'm thinking we'll be good. I mean, the way that the Plague play specifically, or at least how I've been watching them play in the games that we have been able to see, they've played pretty methodically with their passes up along the boards and their breakouts. Even when they've had opportunities, which I've seen to be like, just shoot it on net, they kind of were a little bit hesitant in that sense. So I think they're trying to make a little bit more plays than usual. So I'm hoping not as much, since they're going to go slow. They also play back a little bit more.
Yeah.
They usually have like that third person playing well position-wise, kind of in the neutral zone when they're on offense, which prevents them from those dump goal opportunities. So I'm hoping not as much. I'm kind of expecting these two teams to be the better teams in pro this season.
Kind of the cream
Cobras,
of the crop.
Unfortunately, yeah, they are definitely the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Cobras, like you said, common denominator, didn't show up too hot in their first couple of games this season that we were able to watch. So I'm on the lookout for these two teams.
As the players start to file in, Plague's roster's ready to rock and roll. Kylar, Hex. They don't have Christian FF this season. He was a prominent goal scorer that just kind of gave Kyler just bundles of apples during last season. And without him in the ozone, they have a hole to fill. And looks like Hex is being named the guy so far here this season.
Yeah, when you look at the Plague's stats through 3 games, Hex has 17 goals. And when you look at the player stats for Pro Division so far, Hex and a lot of other players already have 3 games played. He's leading the league with 17 goals. So you could say that the Kylar and Kyler effect is working here with Hex, who has proven himself. You know, he's a good player. Played, like you said, in the reseeding tournaments with the Squirts, played Season 8 with the Squirts. Had, I think, upwards of 50 points in Season 8 when it came to playing with the Squirts. So definitely capable. And I think when you partnered up with 2 great players in the Kyler and Kylar there, it's going to be kind of hard to go wrong, I'd say.
A lot of SPL experts are calling this to be the Battle of the Threes tonight. Krooks will be using the name Disguised on the ice just to avoid confusion. I'll throw it out there now. Kylar plays a very deep pocket, or at least he used to. Whenever he first jumped into the pro scene with the Las Vegas Vandals back in season 4 or 5 with the rodeo, he played that deep pocket. But it looks like all 6 players ready to rock, ready to roll. So whenever you're ready, we'll get down on the ice.
Yeah, let's get things started.
But the Plymouth Plague will be on the right side of your screen. Pittsburgh Vipers defending the left cage. The puck is dropped, the game is on, and time is underway here in the first period of a possible 3. Kyler, the first man with possession, looking to bring this one down the near side. Kyler getting a piece of that one. Not enough to take it away with possession. Josiah taking his foot onto the SPL ice for the first time in a hot second. As Milk will try to collect the pennies on the far side. Hex will take it away. Has one man left to beat past the Kyler. Empty cage, finesse, and goes through the bucket. What a shot.
Yeah, easy play already off the start. Hex with a little nice tap in the neutral zone, and Kyler finds himself wide open in the slot. And he just tap it in.
An early lead to kind of hold over and dangle over the Pittsburgh Vipers' heads. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum, or maybe a little extinguishing will be happening. Kylar taking this one away. Hex here with a dangle. Shooting, scoring. Oh, that was beautiful.
Hex adding on to his goal total so far this season. Like I said, the Kyler and Kyler effect is, well, in full effect, as we can see. 2 goals already to start with 4:20 remaining in the first.
Kyler breaking it out of the zone over to Hex. Hex down low, looking to dangle this one towards that top side. Wheels it out to Kyler. Kyler wheels near side, trying to get away from Milk. Milk just wreaks havoc on towards the offensive zone. Hex with a back pedal finds his way back over to Kyler. Kyler wheels this one near side over to Kyler. Kyler slapped away by Josiah. Josiah for the boys in red finds his way over to Distinguished, also known as Crooks. Crooks. Milk top side. Josiah with the forehand, trying to bring this one back into his own realm of possibilities. Hex, Kyler. Hex in the corner, brought out to the point, thrown over. Josiah takeaway, empty net, shooting, goes off Kyler, saved away to the near side.
Those are sometimes the hardest shots to hit. You've got the wide open net, you want to make sure you don't miss, and Josiah took a little bit too much time, and by the time he shot it, the defender was already there.
The early season nerves getting under the skin. Kyler looking to make the most of this opportunity through the neutral zone. Josiah wants a redemption arc. Here's Crooks with it now down to the near side. Cuts it across. Hex with a takeaway. Goes off the body of Milk back over to Crooks. Crooks in danger. Just stick checks left, right, and center. Hex takes it away. Shooting. Hits the post and off the near side and wide.
Another completely empty net opportunity. And like I said, sometimes those are the hardest to hit. And Hex rings it off the far post. So shoots it a little bit wide this time.
Josiah battles it free along the top side yellow. Trying to get a pass to Kyler, not an easy order to fulfill. As he back passes this one back over to Kyler. Kyler, the former captain of the Maui Monkeys, with the puck now with 2:55 to go here in the first. Kyler taking charge. Kyler picking it up, throwing it down. Top side, finds Kyler. Forehand, shoot, scores! And there's the 3rd goal on the board.
Kyler definitely had Crooks a little bit frozen there. As you see, he lifts the stick here at the last second, trying to kind of pretend like he's going to make a pass, and he ends up rifling it home. And the Plague are starting with their dominant foot forward here. 2:40 remains, up 3 already over the Pittsburgh Vipers.
Hex taking this one top side. Kyler looking to extend the lead by one more shot. On target, scoring again. And it's 4-0.
I don't think anybody was expecting a start like this. I definitely was expecting a lot more defense from, I guess I'll say, the Vipers here to start, since they've led in 4 consecutive. But it's still early, and they have the players capable, so as long as they get some plays going and some shots on net, they could minimize the damage by the end of this period, hopefully heading into the last 10 minutes of the game.
Kyler, top side. Crooks applies the pressure, top side, trying to get this one back to Milk, kind of changing up their lineup for the Pittsburgh Vipers. Milk playing more of the defensive role. Crooks having a little bit of a shaky game tonight. It's dumped all the way down into the Plague zone. Here's Kyler with it. Kyler towards that top side, looking down the straight, hits Crooks along the way. Crooks with the takeaway off the backhand, finds Milk. Milk down the near side in the slot, now it's shipped away by the stick of Hex. Here's Crooks with it now, top side, goes along the straight. Josiah not able to handle that one. Kyler takes it away, 2-on-1, pass out in front, hits Hex, shooting, scoring, and another one. A drop in the ocean, if you will, to make it 5-0.
Yeah, good pass there off the boards. Hex taking his time in the slot. Crooks really just couldn't play the necessary defense to block or bump him off the puck, and easy opportunity finds the back of the twine.
In the words of Lil Yachty, if you can't take the heat, get up out the street. Here's Hex with it now, taking this one downtown. Off the backhand, not able to get the shot released. Josiah keeping the pressure applied against Kyler in the neutral zone. Kyler taking this one back on the D zone. 1:30 to go here in the first. Josiah keeps it alive for the Vipers. Kyler doing it for his own team. Kyler trapped down low, finds Kyler with it now. As top side over to Hex. Hex tries to get into the O zone, off the forehand, chipped back to the neutral zone. Kyler with an out from the point. Taking it off the backhand, across the grain, hits Milk in the face, goes over to Kyler, then to Hex. Hex cycles it along the yellow, back a little hot potato, out to the near side point. Kyler gets it low. Hex here with it now, out in front, shooting, scoring, and there's goal number 6. What a shot.
My goodness, yeah, a lot of nice passing there in that sequence by the Plague, and they take a dominant 6-goal lead here with 60 seconds remaining in the first.
With the 10-goal mercy roll looming ever nearer, will it be called early? The Vipers have some proving to do here tonight. Josiah down the near side, pass over to Milk. Milk off the forehand, chipped away by the physicality of Kyler, but Josiah retames the beast down this near side, finds his way to Kyler. Kyler off the forehand to Hex. Hex shooting, nice save there by Crooks. Not awarded it in the books, but awarded it out in front, and that one goes wide. Kyler wanting a mulligan on that one. Crooks, 30 to go. Kyler shooting wide off the near side with 26. Milk to Kyler. Kyler back behind the enemy cage, finds Hex. Hex, pass back to the point softly and slowly. Kyler gets past one, pass out in front, saved away. Josiah with an empty cage, looking to get this one, and a little bit of something to talk about.
Yeah, finally they find themselves on the board. Just sort of a good defensive play there. Finds a loose puck in the neutral zone, and the Plague are, I guess it's hard to say, a little bit out of position, or whether Josiah just in the best position. I mean, buries one with just a little bit of time left here in the first.
Milk here with one last ditch effort. Kyler with the save near side over to Hex. Low panhandle off the forehand, not able to whip that one down center lane, and that will do it for the first before disaster struck again. Man.
Yeah, that was almost a dangerous end to that first period there with Kyler almost burying another one. Unfortunately, I don't have fun, fancy period stats, Darth, for you.
Passes are. I'll give you a hint. It looks very one-sided.
Are you sure?
Just a small bit. I mean, it's not. The votes still have yet to come in. Nevada's still counting, as many people are aware of. Josiah, 1 goal on the period. Hex and Kyler both having hat tricks for the Plymouth Plague, and Kyler just holding the fort down in the D zone. 2 of the team's 2 saves. But
yeah, I was honestly kind of surprised that the Vipers even scored one in that period. The Plague were looking pretty dominant. But with 1 on the board, they're down 5. I mean, it's plausible. It's plausible. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I really wasn't expecting the Vipers to come out so
aggressive.
So limp here.
Oh yes, of course. I thought you were talking about the Plague. My brain's fried. Are they benching Crooks here?
Not sure what's going on here. We're waiting for the Vipers to put their 3rd player on the ice as everyone's sort of riding the pine pony here, getting a little bit of water.
All right, so Josiah, Milk, Crooks started the last period. Yager is in the lobby if the Vipers want to use him. I think Yager should go in for Josiah and just see what happens. I think
not a bad idea.
That core could work out because then you still have a 3. I don't know if Milk's ever played 3 outside of maybe their seasons in IM, maybe Challenger. All right, yeah, Crooks was just warming his router up. All right, he's ready to go. Milk's still
warming his router up.
He's still discussing. Yeah, we're just waiting to see if Milk can finish walking his dog during this intermission.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to make sure the dog goes out. No peeing on the carpet in the middle of the SPL game. That would be unfortunate timing.
So every time I think of life events happening in Slapshot, I just remember, I don't know if this is a true story or not. I guess we got 6 parties ready to rock, ready to roll. We'll talk about it next intermission.
I guess we will have to wait for that incredible Darth story. And in the meantime, get you back into the action.
6-1, Plymouth Plague on the right side. Pittsburgh Vipers on the left. Puck just dropped. The second period is underway. Crooks, top side, trying to get this one down to Josiah. Goes out of his hands over to Kyler. Kyler, near side, finds Milk. Back over to Crooks. Playing the possession game out towards that top side. Hex just barely not able to make contact with Crooks. Crooks down to the near side. Milk here with it now. Down along the outer slot. Trying to get this one down center lane. Not able to find a lane to work with. Kyler, beautiful dangle. Forehand shooting. Nice save there by Crooks. Comes out to Milk. Shooting off the cage of the face of Kyler. Milk with it now. Looking for the pass out in front. Josiah scoring. And that's the first goal of the period.
Yeah, they need to find more connections like that. They just really haven't had much time in the offensive zone to really generate any of those plays, but as long as they can capitalize on the chances they have, they could bring it back. It's definitely plausible.
Down by 4 with 2/3 of the game left. Josiah swinging a miss. Goes top side over to Milk. Milk here in the corner. Comes out in front into the slot. Josiah tries to play with his food. So it goes down into the near side corner, then behind to Kyler. Kyler here, backhand, over to Kylar. Kylar wheeling, shooting near side and wide. Hex here trying to fish that one out of the lake with Crooks to Milk. Across the grain, nobody in a red jersey to tap that one home. Here's Kyler. Here's Kylar. Kylar a minute into the second period looking to generate their first scoring chance. Here's Hex back out, point to point, stolen away by Milk. Topside, loosened back up. Here's Hex with a little Beyblade action to get that one back to his assistant captain. It's Kylar. Here's Crooks with it now, off the backhand, from the corner. Looking to make the most of his opportunity, starting to break out on the right foot for the Vipers. Topside over to Josiah. Josiah pulling, shooting, scoring, and it's 3-6.
Josiah was definitely sure to let that one go in time. As we know, took a little bit too much time on his last attempt there and was ultimately blocked by, I believe, Kyler, but he buries it there, and the Pittsburgh Vipers are only down 3 with just over half the game remaining.
Milk here trying to make it out in front, finds Josiah. Josiah off the backhand, stopped by Kylar. Kylar looking to keep this one downtown. Someone comes all the way back down into the Vipers territory. Here's Crooks with it now. Crooks to the near side. Looking to dangle out Hex. Gets the jive on him. Near side crosses that one across to Josiah. Shot off the side of the cage. Kylar out of the zone. Finds Hex off the backhand. Fed back down to the near side. Here's Kyler with it. Kyler off the backhand. Stopped by Milk. Down into the corner of the Vipers zone. Here's Crooks now with possession with 3 minutes to work with here in the second period of action. Hex fishing this one free for the boys in purple. Off the forehand. Off the backhand. The dangle. Kyler out in front. Had 3 men to beat. Not able to get the shot released. Looking for the jive out across. Nice shot, but that one goes wide off the far side. Kyler with another chance. Out in front. No. Stopped by Milk. Brought back downtown. Former captain of the Typhoons, Crooks, finds his way to Josiah. Stopped by Kylar. Here's Hex with it now. Hex off the backhand. Sent back down low for the plague. That one finds its way into the hands of Kyler. Kyler, backhand, finds Hex. Hex fumbling it. Tries to get it back. Kyler helping him along. Josiah with a shot out in front. Trying to find the stick, but not able to find the tape of Milk back at the point. 2:22 to go here in the second. Here's Milk with it out. Chips it through the neutral zone. Kyler helping that one along for the boys in purple. Kylar with possession, trying to get a shot top side, finding Kyler. Down over to Hex. Hex pulling, shooting into the corner. They look to pull this one along the top side wall. Crooks just a little too heavy on that pass. Gets out of the reach of Josiah. Here's Kylar with it now. Kylar along the near side. Milk finds Josiah. Josiah trying to fish this one down low for the Pittsburgh Vipers. Kylar awarded the save in the process of that one. Here's Kyler to Kylar. Tip of the stick goes over to Crooks. Shooting goes off 2 bodies and wide of the cage. Not the puck luck he was looking for. Minute 45. Here's Kylar. Here's Hex. Hex off the forehand. Stomped away by Crooks. Kylar says, I'll take that one back on the deep zone. Here's Kyler. Here's Kylar. Kylar towards that top side looking for the passing lane. Milk there challenging him to a jousting match. Kyler shooting far side and wide. Here's Hex with it now. Off that backhand. Trying to find his way out in front. Crooks not having any of it. Crooks top side with a $120. Here's Josiah with it now. Trying to get past Hex. Gets a step on him. Top side down the straight. Kyler trying to deke out Crooks, but he's seen that one before. He's not gonna let it phase him. Want to wait and second here in the middle chapter of play. Kyler taking charge. Goes off the body over to Hex. Goes off of Crooks to the near side wall. Hex picking up charge. Goes over to Josiah. Josiah with 60. Finds Crooks towards that top side pass. Leading over to Milk. Milk off the backhand. Pulling, shooting. Nice save by Kylar. Kylar with possession now. 52 seconds to go. Crooks getting this one down low and loose. Kind of mixing up their trifecta of awesome for the Pittsburgh Vipers here in the middle chapter. Kylar looking to see if he can get something to stick down the near side. Doesn't like what he saw. Trying to pedal this one back towards his goal line. Milk not having any of it. Top side over to Josiah. Josiah from the point. Stopped by Kyler. Goes top side to Milk. Milk at the blue line. Brought back to the neutral zone with 30. Forehand shot goes off a body and into the near side corner. Kylar trying to fish this one free with 24 to go. Josiah backhand. Stopped by Kyler. Kyler off the backhand. Stopped by Milk. Milk over to Crooks. Crooks pulling. Looking for the shot lane. Not able to make itself appear in front of him. He's going to work hard. Finds his way to Milk. Milk pulling. Shooting. Far side and wide. Josiah with 10. Backhand wrap. Stopped by Hex. Kylar over to Kyler. Goes off Crooks. And that looks like it'll do it. And that will do it.
That is 2 really close ends to the periods there for the Plague. But I will say that the Vipers definitely felt like they won that period. And they find themselves only down 3 now with a lot of momentum kind of shifting their way. So it's looking like all our players are ready to go. Darth, I guess we will get right back into things.
Yep. All's end that ends well, as that one guy said. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway. Third period of action. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Plymouth Plague on the right side. Pittsburgh Vipers on the left. We're back in this one. Milk out on the top side. Looking for the shot. Not able to find the cage at the end of the rainbow. Josiah looking to pull this one from the corner out in front. Finds his way to Milk, and he scores. All right. I was going to say, that one didn't find its way. I don't know where the puppy's at in this story. If you push hard enough, eventually a solution will come. 10 seconds into it, Pittsburgh Vipers on the board, makes it 4-6. Milk towards that top side, looking to wheel, goes off to Kyler. Crooks trying to get a hand on this one at the far side red line. Finding his way down towards Hex. Hex back towards his own D zone, trying to get this one away from Crooks. Crooks just spinning around, seeing what happens. If you don't put something down, how will somebody else pick it up?
Helicopter spin move.
Spin to win, baby. Here's Crooks with an out, backhand. Milk out and on top finds Josiah. Josiah not having a lot to work with. Plague have played them a tight back-checking game. Here's Hex. Forehand back over to Kylar. Kylar towards that top side, leaning with it, looking to rock with it. Hex has the open man near side. Will he hit him down the straight? Crooks waiting for it. Wanted to bait it out of him. Josiah shooting, scoring, and we're within one.
Okay, now, to be fair, you said you didn't want a dump goal game. That, I think I would consider to be the first dump goal, the goal number 11. So
I think that's only... That's maybe the second shot from their own side of the blue line from either of these teams here tonight. They've kept it respectable, and I respect it.
Thankfully. Respectfully.
Here's Josiah. Top side over to Milk. Milk pulling, shooting. Here's side and wide. Here's Crooks with it now. Kyler with it now. Crooks with it now. Kylar with it now. Top side bank pass out of the zone. Finds Josiah. Josiah in the neutral zone. Fumbles it. Kyler picking it up. Finds the Windy Gazelle to Hex. Back out to Kyler. Oh, that would have been fabulous. Well, what could have been? Milk. Down low to Crooks. Crooks with 3:20 to go here in regulation. Josiah with an empty net. Tries to get the puck to Cradle with him, but the server says no. Kylar to Hex. Great catch, just not able to work with it before Milk collapses on him. Here's Crooks with it now with 3:08 to work with here in the third. Down the near side, Milk out in front. Josiah tries to get a piece of that one, but not enough to take charge. He'll fight for it on the far side wall. Kyler wins it back. Kylar with it now off the back end will dump this one down and in. Here's Crooks. Hex challenging him. Wants the cookie in the jar. It's the last one to grab. Let's see if he can make something out of it. Kylar out in front. Nice steal by Josiah. Josiah topside just led Milk a little too harshly. Out in front of him. Might have been reachable. Might not have been. Who's to say? Ooh. Kylar. To Kyler. Kyler on the top side. Tries to advance this one northways. Crooks waiting on the prow for it towards that top side. Hounded by Hex. Here's Crooks once more with it. Top side Josiah. Pulling, shooting. Nice save there by Kylar. Kylar to Kyler. Forehand shimmy. Not able to find a purple jersey off the immediate try. Milk will challenge Hex for the possession down the near side. Off the forehand finds Crooks. Crooks with 2:16 to work with here in the third period. They're down by one. They just need one more to make this one a match. Kyler, Josiah, top side to Crooks. Crooks off the back end from the point. Pass out through center lane. Josiah not able to take that one and lean with it. Milk, stopped by Kyler. Back down into the corner of the Plague zone. Here's Josiah with it once more towards that top side. Not a whole lot of passing lanes to work with. Out in front, goes off the body of the defenseman, but Kyler able to stay out of that shot lane enough to make it go a little bit more wide than originally thought of. Here's Josiah out in front. Milk just panics. I saw the stick waggle. That was a very hurried decision. Milk with top side goes into the corner. Josiah from the forehand finds his way through the point past Crooks. Crooks slapped away by Kyler. Gives Hex some time to breathe. Out in front. Nice save by Milk. First shot by the Plague in a hot second. Here's Kylar with it now towards that top side with $1:30 to go here in regulation. Kylar towards that near side. Crooks getting a few stick checks along the way. Here's Kyler with it now, stopped by Milk. Milk off the back end and towards his own cage, out in front. Hex able to find the goal, and that might be it.
Oof. Yeah, that could definitely be a dagger. Crooks kind of panic mode there with the puck along the red line. Just ends up batting in his own net, and down to it just over a minute to go. Could spell disaster here for the Vipers.
Kylar looking to break this one out. One more goal could really solidify this one down for the Plague and give him some cushion to work with. Josiah. Kyler back for the Plague with 60 to go. Not a whole lot of rush for the purple jerseys right here, right now. 2-goal lead is an easy one to maintain as long as you don't give it to the other team. We'll go with that route. Here's Milk with it now. Backhand. Looking for the shot. Not able to take it. Kylar out of the zone. Kyler over to Hex. Hex with one man to beat. Shooting. Topside and wide. Here's Kyler. Retains possession out in front. Josiah getting a piece. Hex with a better one. Off the shot block. Here's Milk with it now. Milk back over to Crooks. Crooks with 2 goals to make up. Let's see what he does with the breakout. 35 to go here in the third. Here's Crooks with an out. Down to the near side. Finds Milk. Milk off the forehand. Slapped away by Kylar. Here's Crooks retrieving this one back off the defensive end. Dangles. Looks for the dongle. Not able to get it. Hex takes it away. Forehand. Backhand. Looks for the dangle. Not able to get it past him. Chipped into the corner instead. Interesting tactic. Interesting decision. Kyler breaking for the net. Milk there. Shutting that one down. Josiah with 1 man to beat. Pulls. Weaves. Finds Milk near side. 10 to go. Shot goes off Kyler. Josiah tries to fight for it down in the far side corner. Here's Crooks now with 5. Kyler with 2. And that looks like that is the end of the ball game. 5-7. Not a demanding win, but one that will turn heads after what has been shown here tonight.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the better team won tonight. If I'm being honest, the Plague had a lot more command in their breakout. We saw Hex and Kyler with a lot of good 2-on-1 opportunities with those, quick dash plays into the slot with those quick shots, but unfortunately a couple of those were going wide. I really think the Plague probably could open this up with a couple more goals. The Vipers had a good second period. Third period just sort of kind of fell off with the Plague still refining their form. So ultimately, like I said, I think the better team won tonight, but the Vipers definitely have some chatting to do in the locker room, because I was expecting a lot more from them in this matchup. And had they not kind of fumbled the bag in the first period, we probably would have saw a lot more competitive game here in the end of the game. But yeah, those are my thoughts, Jar.
I don't know if this composition works right now. I don't think they've played enough together to feel comfortable. Everybody plays everybody twice in the regular season, so we will see this matchup again towards the tail end of Season 9. And hopefully we'll see a little more Yager. That's all I'm going to say. I'm penciling it down to 1 man and 1 man alone. And he just wasn't on the ice.
Yeah, I think Ja played well, but I think there were a couple opportunities where the puck went Ja's way and just wasn't able to finish. We saw an opportunity early where he missed an open net, just didn't shoot fast enough. There were a couple of point-to-point plays where the pass was kind of in his wheelhouse, but either missed the pass or didn't take the shot. So I think Yager is capable. You might as well stick him in there. I honestly think they probably could have brought him in the second period, like you said, just to try and get a different look, but they ultimately did have a good second period. So I can see why they rode with him with the third period, but yeah, that was that would have been a tough mid-game decision, especially against the Plague.
Outside of the first period, the Vipers won this game. They didn't get a goal against in the second. They only let up 1 in the third, and they played well after the first 5 minutes. It's just
I think the breakout, just looked a little bit more polished for the Plague to start. Maybe the Vipers just weren't really ready, weren't warmed up, and that's why they were able to score so many in the first. I could agree with you that the Vipers did look good, but I think I would sub in Yager there just for some additional offense. I think that could probably prove beneficial for them.
I mean, in the end, it's the first half of the season. What has been done can be undone. Everybody gets 2 at-bats at least in this. So we'll see what happens later on. I'm excited for week 5, 6, or 4, whichever one this one happens in. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when they play. Probably week 5, week 6. That'd be nice. A little week 6. Can you imagine?
Oh yeah.
End of the season.
Only if I knew who made the schedules, man.
Yeah, no. I think I can open a ticket. I think Kyler knows a guy.
I have to ask Pino about it at the next staff meeting.
Yeah, him and Noxu.
Yeah.
They're up to something.
Always working in the shadows.
Yeah, they're always up to something, aren't they?
But
ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the evening. Little last-minute game here. I was not anticipating this game, and I think they also additionally reached out to Darth at the same time, and we were both sort of preparing a stream, so it was nice to have Darth here co-casting with us. But we are going to bring an end to the evening. So thank you all for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to check out more information by visiting spl.gg. You can find all of our league information, and in case you are unfamiliar, you can play alongside all of us by downloading Slapshot Rebound for free today on Steam. And with that being said, I bid you adieu. Have a great rest of your evening.
Boom, boom.